On the move from inside his 5. And the returner could find no daylight. He goes down. So Michigan's will be in a hole thanks to that short return. And here he is. Let me tell you about this wide receiver. He is a route-running, DB, toasting, pass-catching, touchdown-scoring, woo, son of a gun.
I can't wait to see how this defense is going to try and corral this guy, because you play man-to-man, you risk him running right by you and catching the deep ball. You play zone, and you give him the opportunity to potentially make yards after the catch. You're going to have to be really careful trying to cover that dude.
And the tackle is made, but not before that completion gets them 30-plus. And why waste any time? Get right to it, the offense, with a big play right out of the gate.
And sending a clear message, Reese, they are going.
He'll off one deep down the left side. He's got it inside the 15. And he'll take it in and house it. Touchdown, Wolverines.
I think a lot of people probably expected to see that, right? They're playing on the road, and you know this is going to be a hostile environment, but they've got the better players, and we've seen that before. And there was no hesitation. Opening drive, they go right down the field, they score a touchdown, and they made a statement.
From inside his own 10, he'll try to help out their field position. Really disciplined job by the coverage unit to get down there and make the stop at the 19. The Nittany Lions offense will have its first possession of the game. You know, yards figure to be hard to come by through the air, but some quarterbacks, Jesse, just love to go at the star corner.
Yeah, and this guy's got confidence. He's not afraid to go at anybody, but he better be careful because this cornerback is one of the best in the nation.
One of the best, no doubt. And I think they will trust him on defense to make plays. So you got to make a decision. Is my guy good enough to beat him on the outside? I am fascinated by this matchup.
Fast motion from the offense. On second down, he'll let it fly. Got the quick pass. He's close to the first down, but they're going to mark him just a little short.
And man coverage, when they get up in your face, they make things hard. You want to be able to attack the whole field and get them lean in one direction and then break outside like you did there. Nice out route connection. Nice chemistry between quarterback and wide receiver.
They'll move those chains, getting it out to Yard line and trying to get this drive rolling.
And that's got to feel good if you're the offense, because third down has been a bit of a problem all season long, but you love the way they're executing at this point, finding ways to keep the chains moving.
And the Nittany Lions have it with a 1st and 10. Right back to the well. Ripping off a pretty good chunk of yardage. They've got it out to the 41 with a 1st down.
Man, they have got a weapon in this offense right there at running back. This dude is tremendous. And you think about Franco Harris, you think about Kajana Carter, Curtis Enos, Saquon Barkley, time and time again, Penn State running backs wearing defenses down. This guy is a problem, and this defense better find a way to slow him down.
They'll run it from the gun. They bring him down, and he's going to lose a yard on that one.
Just nothing doing on that last run, and they knew coming into this one they were going to be challenged, right? This is one of the best defenses in all of college football. For them to have any shot, they're going to have to do a lot better running the football.
And he got smacked just as he released the pass. It's incomplete. Deep in the season, that crisp air all around you, and this feels like a must-win game, guys.
This is a game that will impact the college football playoff. It'll have conference championship implications, and it'll have bowl game implications as well. David, so much riding on the line in this one.
And you can feel it. You can feel the energy. The players this week, they were on high. Like, you could tell they were ready for the challenge. This is going to be an absolute showdown.
Going up top on 1st down. And they got him for the sack.
And nice answer by this defense. You give up a big play, you go take a big play. Sometimes you get down on yourselves and one play turns to 2. Nice job by this defense getting a sack, creating some momentum.
That last play, the kind of thing that can mess up a really good drive. It's 2nd and 17. He's looking to throw. Blasted as he lets it go. Nowhere close on that one as he got drilled trying to deliver the football, and now they face 3rd down.
All right, well, if you're the quarterback, you know at this point, this is one of those days that I'm going to have to just strap it up. I'll probably be in an ice bath when the game is over because I'm getting hit a lot. We're only in the 1st quarter. My accuracy and my timing is going to have to be at a premium.
9th play of the drive coming up, but this one will be tough. 3rd and long. Motion from the offense. On 3rd and long, doesn't need to take the check down. Makes the grab. And this defense's head is spinning. He gets it down to the 27.
And that's why this guy's a complete running back. He's good between the tackles, he can pass block, but he can also run routes. And we're not just talking about screens or swing routes. This guy gets vertical down the field, and he can run the route tree.
Defense holds their ground, pickup of a yard. It's at the 26.
I'll tell you, this is a running back who's very, very dangerous, and the defense did a good job getting him down there. But they got to do a great job game tackling because this is a guy that can break tackles and turn those types of plays into home runs.
Didn't get much on 1st down. It's 2nd and 9. He's looking to throw. That pass is incomplete, and they're probably fortunate that it wasn't knocked free for a fumble.
We're already in the 1st quarter, but already you get the feeling this could be a long day for this QB. He's already been sacked. He gets hit right there on the incomplete throw. They've got to find a way to do a better job up front of protecting this guy, or it's going to be difficult to put up points.
On 3rd and long, he has to throw for it. He'll pull it down. And the Wolverines just can't get a stop on 3rd down.
Man, that's so frustrating. It happens so fast. He just pulls it down. It looks like pass. He pulls it down, he's gone. Just like that, chewing up yards. So much speed, so hard to stop.
From the gun, they'll try to impose their will.
This offensive line better figure out a plan for this D tackle. He is tough to block with one guy. You might want to start double teaming him. He's going to be a problem moving forward. You saw all of his ability on that last play.
Gets it out quickly. They get it down to the 7 on that pass play, in prime position for a score.
Well, we knew coming into this game, this offense was going to try and get this receiver involved and get him involved early. So here they are just finding an easy completion. It's not a touchdown, but they just want to get this guy lathered up and get him into a run.
Try to get the edge with a quick touch pass. He'll be stopped short, picks up one, but they're facing 4th and 1.
Well, and on these little push passes, timing is so important. You're trying to snap it right as he's getting a full head of steam. When he gets the ball, he's hitting the outside, and David, it puts the defense in such a difficult spot.
You immediately have to be rotating when you see that motion, so everybody's got to communicate and kind of bump over. That's why offenses love to run it. It makes the defense communicate and see if you can just get him out of the spot.
Couldn't quite nudge it in. Not sure you could get much closer, but it'll be 1st and goal. So close to cashing it in for this offense. They'll keep it on the ground for 1st and goal. They make the stop, and that's how the first quarter will end. We've reached the end of the period, and Michigan has the lead. 1 period in the books, and let's take a look at the stats. And they've swapped ends of the field, and we'll get it going in the second. They'll try to open this quarter by sticking it in the end zone here. Quarterback sneaks it ahead. Wedges, pushes, and he's over and in for the touchdown. Getting set for the point after. Right down the boulevard. Well, that was about as lengthy a drive as you're ever going to see. And it was finished off with a quarterback sneak. He'll start the return inside his 5. And the return man reaches the end of the line, and down he goes. And here comes the Michigan offense back on the field. After standing on the sideline and watching that long touchdown drive, they really need to put something together to give their defense a rest.
And that's a real thing, man. Like, you played a lot of plays, you get worn out, you need a chance to go decompress on the sideline, get some oxygen. Palmer, now it's on this offense.
Yeah, this is the definition of complementary football because it's a two-pronged problem. You've got to score points and answer, but you've also got to take your time and give your defense an opportunity to get their win.
Not much doing there. He gets it to the 26, a gain of 1. The Wolverines are in the hurry-up. They'll run it out of the shotgun. Runs ahead and powers his way for 4 yards out to the 30. Ball sitting right at the 30. It'll be 3rd and short. From the gun, wants to pass. Got his man quickly. Still on his feet at the 45. Lots of green grass as he gets it to the 31. And the Wolverines are marching down the field.
Well, after that last play, you can see how electrifying this guy is and how special he is after he makes the catch. If I'm on offense, I'm trying to find a lot of ways to get him touches in this game.
A really nice run and gain, and he gets down to avoid taking punishment. The Wolverines have it with a 1st and 10. They'll go to the ground. Got enough space. Can't quite cross the plane to get the 6, but they'll have the 1st down. The offense threatening, close to the end zone now with a new set of downs. Trying to barge in. They bring him down, and he's going to lose a yard on that one.
So on offense, you've got to find a way to put 6 up on the board. You know that in this game, field goals may not get it done. So big-time players make big plays in big games. Who can you rely on right now to get you a touchdown?
And you'll race it to the house. Touchdown, Michigan! Now that's the way to bail out the rest of the team. Start with bad field position, put together a drive anyway.
And very confident. You can see the quarterback just had a bit of a swagger, Reese. He was like, look, all right, we're starting deep in our own end. Special teams didn't help us out, but we can fix that right now, fellas. And they went out and looked so good on that last drive.
Penn State sends the offense back onto the field. How about that last drive? Just carved him up in the air, David.
Yeah, and how about that quarterback? You gave him the ball, and he delivered the goods. Great job taking apart the defense, Jesse, on that last drive.
He really did, David. I mean, that was a masterclass in just reading coverage and being accurate.
He's knocked down in the backfield. He'll lose a couple. It's amazing how a play by a defensive end in the backfield can really swing the momentum not only of a series but of a game sometimes.
All you're trying to do is create negative plays, to get them behind the sticks a little bit, to get those sacks, to get those tackles for losses. You see so much stunting in college football up front with the defensive line because you know once you get one of those plays, you got the offense right where you want it.
The play action fake. And he was hit just as he was releasing the pass, and it falls to the ground incomplete.
It doesn't take this defense a lot of time to get to the quarterback, man. They've got speed all over the place. They hit him so quickly, and because of that, the ball falls incomplete.
Quarterback changing the plays at the line. On third down, he'll try to pick it up through the air. And the incomplete pass will bring up fourth down.
Well, the quarterback and his intended target just simply didn't have the timing there. The ball falls incomplete on third, now setting up fourth down.
The Nittany Lions decide to punt it away. Sends his first one of the day on the way. We didn't see much of him in that victory last week, just called on one time. Guys, here come those maize and blue winged helmets on offense. Jesse looking to take it down the field for back-to-back touchdowns.
I think it's really important for them moving forward, too, to have a lot of balance, right? You want to be able to keep this defense guessing, Paul.
Yeah, and you got me searching for answers after that last drive. You stack another drive on top of this, their defense's heads are going to be spinning all over the place.
He's back to throw on second down. Working that left side. Oh, look out, there he goes. Slippery slide, find his way and ran away from the crowd into the end zone. Touchdown, Wolverines.
This offense is so good. Man, they can hurt you in so many different ways, and they do it so quick, so explosive. They can put small drives together, big drives together. They've really had a great year, and that's why they're a top 10 offense.
Not going to risk a return here. He'll make the fair catch. The Nittany Lions going back to work on offense now. Now we'll get a chance to see if they can answer that last score, trailing by 14, Jesse.
Yeah, and at this point of the game, I feel like offensively, you should go back to what's been working for you in this game. Don't be afraid to dial up plays that you've already had success with, running it and throwing it. It's okay to repeat plays down 14 at this point. And
I would also say, Palmer, kind of understanding that my defense is not playing great, so I know offensively I got to put some good possessions together here and make something happen on this side of the football.
Looking for a physical attack from the gun. Shakes off the tackle. He'll move it up to the 37-yard line, and it'll be a first down.
Well, he picked up that first running the football. That's good news for an offensive line that really has been getting pushed around and bullied in this game so far. Let's see what happens moving forward.
He's looking to throw it. Oh, he drops the football. He had him right down the gut of the field. Instead, it'll be second down.
Got to give the defense a lot of credit, man, because they've come into this hostile environment and they've quieted the crowd down with some of the plays they're making. They've got a nice lead right here, and they're making it hard for this quarterback to go to work.
Second and 10 after the previous play. He's looking to throw. Get it out on the screen. They ripped off 7 on that one. Now a third down and 3. The Nittany Lions moving quickly to the line. They turn to the passing game on third and short. He looks that one in nicely. That'll be enough for a first down as he crosses the 50 and gets it to the 48. The Nittany Lions come to the line with a fresh set of downs. He'll come out throwing on first down. Firing to the right, complete.
And you see so many smart wide receivers, so many smart tight ends nowadays that they know where the holes in those zones are, and they work with their quarterback and they zone against such smart players nowadays.
And it's picked off. And after the interception and the turnover, this defense has set its offense up for business. Line gets set, first down. He's going to pass. Gets open down the middle. He's brought down quickly. Minimal gain there, still a bit short of the first down. Second down coming up. He's looking to throw. Got his man on the right. Found enough room to get it into enemy territory. They're down at the 43-yard line. The offense will have to use its first timeout of the half. Now it's a first down from the 43-yard line. Looking to move it through the air. On the run, fires downfield. He's got it. He will step out of bounds, but not before the big pickup and a first down for this offense. And the Wolverines are threatening in the red zone. Trying to cap this drive with the pass. Throws toward the end zone. And that one is right on target if his target was the first row.
This defense is going to have to make some adjustments here at halftime because they have been taken advantage of deep down the field in the passing game. They've already given up 2 TD passes. That was almost no.
And he can't find a receiver, and down he goes. The offense will quickly use a timeout. From here, it would just be a 30-yard field goal try. Let's see how aggressive they're going to be to try to pick up that first down. Moves away as he feels pressure. And this defense goes back-to-back sack, Jack. We got a timeout here late in the first half, and they'll try to get more points on the board before the break. It is perfect. And now the lead is even bigger. And let's check in with Kevin Connors in the studio. Kevin?
All right, guys, want to update you on a game that went final moments ago. UMass overcame a sloppy start and just put the finishing touches on a notable road win. And to pick yourself up and dust yourself off away from Amherst, these Minutemen got to be thrilled. A lot to go through in the film session this week for both teams. But, boy, it sure is going to be easier for the side that came away with the win.
Yeah, how about that? Sounds as if they had a good ball game there. Kevin, thanks for the update. Pulls it in. They stay aggressive and push their way out to the 33, and it's first down. There's a timeout called as this offense tries to find a way to draw a little closer. And this set of downs gets started from the 33, first and 10. He wants to throw. He lofts it high and deep down the left side. And the DB right with him to knock it away.
Man, this quarterback is living dangerously right now. Obviously, he threw a pick on the last drive. He's trying to complete that throw, but the defender gets a hand on it, tips it up in the air. That's oh-no. That is an oh-no situation. They're lucky that one hit the ground.
After the misfire, now on second down.
Get set.
He's looking to throw. Oh, he loves to fire downfield. And that's going to be incomplete, going for broke on second down, but third down's coming up.
Well, at this juncture in the game, with how the scoreboard looks, no question this offense is going to have to throw to get back in the game, and it's going to be tricky now because the defense is expecting it. You're going to throw into a lot of big zone coverages with everybody's eyes on the quarterback. Not going to be easy.
The receivers telling the quarterback what they see. On third down, he drops to throw. He's not afraid to go deep. Pass is incomplete. The clock is down to 9.
I think for the quarterback, he's going to have to be so good with his eyes in this game. You're going up against one of the best defenses in the country. You've got to look guys off, especially when you're trying to throw to your primary target like he was on that last one.
He'll try to throw and pick up the first down. Hit as he throws. That ball never had a chance, and they'll turn it over on downs. So it's first down, but with just a few seconds, they'll try to put up a 3 before halftime. Quick timeout by the defense there, trying to make sure everyone has the same call. And they'll send the field goal team back out for the second time tonight. He boomed it through, a 50-yard field goal, showing off that powerful leg. So they get the late field goal right before the half, and not much time after this kickoff for an answer. From inside the 10, here he comes. They'll knock him down, and that'll take us to halftime. First half in the books. Time now to join Kevin Connors in our halftime update.
Gentlemen, what a pleasure it's been to watch these two teams thus far there in Happy Valley. And let's be honest, the story of that first half has been the play of that dude under center. Talk about having complete control of that offense. Cool, calm, and collected in that pocket. He's delivered one throw after another with precision and zip. He's checked down, he's hit on a deep ball. All in all, a very impressive first half. With that said, let's send it back to the guys in State College, PA.
Thanks for that halftime report, Kevin. The Wolverines will line up to kick off and start the second half. On the run from inside his own 5. Really disciplined job by the coverage unit to get down there and make the stop at the 19. Penn State sends the offense back onto the field. When you're facing a deficit like this one to start the second half, you really can't afford to waste a single possession.
Fresh start here in the second half. It's the only way you can look at this if you're on offense. Things did not go your way there in the first half. It starts with one play. To get our confidence going, we just got to get something going early here on this drive. One play, stay aggressive. Now I think I can be even more aggressive on fourth downs because obviously I've built a deficit. My defense has got to make some plays for me too.
He's looking for an open man on second down. Nice defensive play to get a hand in there and knock it away.
You know, it's so important for corners to be able to transition, right? You got to have real loose hips. You got to be able to change direction on a dime. And in zone coverage, when you see the...
Lofts one deep down the right side. And the ball is picked off. He was trying to get that return going. Instead, he'll hand it to his offense at the 38. Looking for a productive play on first down. He'll start this drive firing. And the pass is intercepted. Going the other way, and he's got room. At the 20. And what a return as he takes it back to the 8.
Man, I feel for this quarterback. I've been there before. When you're playing at night, it's super cold. It's going to be hard to execute these passes. That one got away from the QB, and he throws a pick.
Turning to the running game on first and goal. He's knocked down in the backfield. He'll lose a couple. Defense rolls up deep in its own end on that last play. Now a second and long coming. Moving the running back, trying to get the D to tip its hand. Touchdown, Nittany Lions! And they'll put that scoreboard operator to work and put 6 on the board. Sometimes we ask coaches about halftime adjustments, and they go blah, 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 blah. And sometimes they make some good ones.
Sometimes that blah, 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 blah actually works, but it's working now. But it might be too little too late, but at least you got the party started.
Here he comes from inside his own 5. Didn't find any crease in that kickoff coverage, and he'll be stopped at the 17. Michigan ready to get that offense rolling again. Well, let's see if this drive goes better than the last one. They were in and out quickly after the quick pick, David.
Yeah, first play, big mistake.
And the defense makes a play, sacking him back at the 10. The no-frills unis, but big-time swag from their backers in getting the sack.
Yeah, and we are linebacker U. We find linebackers year after year that get after.
And he feels the heat coming, and it burns him up. Another sack. And that second sack of the day really epitomizes what Penn State linebackers are known for. Quick twitch playmakers.
Quick and fast. That's what they always are at Penn State. They find those guys that are athletes that make plays all over the field. And right here, he's got his second sack on the day.
And he's not going to make it. The defense denying him the first down. And the Wolverines will send out the punt unit. 3 and out, they got stuck in reverse. They hope the punt can bail them out. At midfield, trying to turn it upfield. Touchdown, Penn State! The special teams with a special moment.
You're down, you need a play. What a nice job on the big punt return to give a spark. You could hear this home crowd going bananas. They needed a big shot in the arm, and they got it with the punt return.
And he takes this from inside the 5. Nice job by the kickoff team. Everybody stayed in their lanes, and they'll stop him at the 16. And here comes the Michigan offense back on the field. After giving up that last touchdown, they still got the lead, but now feeling a little bit of pressure to answer with one of their own, David.
And it gets a little bit tight. Listen, we're getting later in the ball game. This offense punted last time. They got to find a few plays, Palmer, that they really love here. Steal some momentum back in this ball game.
They do, David, and after watching their defense just get gashed down the field that last drive, the dream drive for this offense would be to matriculate the ball down the field, eat up some clock, and finish it off with a touchdown.
Power football with the run. And they try the middle of this defense, and that is not happening. The Wolverines want to move quickly. On second down, he'll let it fly. He's going to run it. And he scoots his way to the first down and then slides to avoid the hit. And the Wolverines are flying down the field.
Nice job by the QB, sitting back in the pocket. You can tell he wants to throw the football, go through his progressions. Nothing home, take off, and slide. I love the slide at the end. Don't take a big shot.
They'll rip off 8 on that play. It's 2nd and 2. The offense in hurry-up mode.
And he didn't get a big gain. You want to call that play and probably want to get more yards, but you could tell that was super close from seriously busting loose. Nice job running the screen, getting the ball to your playmaker. If you could just make one more guy miss, that might have been huge.
The Wolverines have it with a 1st and 10. He's looking to throw it. They're trying to get to it. Got rid of it just in time. Can't find his man as he took a shot trying to deliver that football, and it'll be 2nd down. Offense about to reel off its 7th play of the drive. Right back to the air on 2nd and 10. And the pass is incomplete thanks to a big hit.
And the big tight end, a lot of times that's a bigger strike zone, a bigger dude, and you can tell they put the hit on him, and that ball came out, and it came to the turf. Nice job playing physical by this defense.
3rd and long, and he'll try to throw for it. It's complete on the right side. They're able to get him stopped just shy of the 1st down marker. Well, they're certainly not out of field goal range here, but they want to try to pay off this drive with a touchdown. They'll go for it on 4th. They stop him short of the marker, and they'll turn it over on downs.
Nice job by the defense on 4th down, blowing up, getting physical, stopping the run, shutting down that 4th down play. Really good job by this defense.
The Nittany Lions going back to work on offense now. That last drive really productive. David wound up with a touchdown. They'll try to do it again.
Yeah, so I don't expect this offense to change too much, Reese. They had a great drive. They got the touchdown. Everything working. I would expect them to keep pushing this ball downhill.
And just imagine if they could put another touchdown on the board right here. They could capture so much momentum in this game with back-to-back TDs.
They can really be aggressive after that last play. It's 2nd and 3. The inside handoff. That's what you expect from a senior. Don't give them any extra yards. Great tackle there.
And sticking to the run. I tell you what, a lot of teams that are really good are really stubborn, and they continue to run the football even with little success. So this offense is going to continue to focus on running the football. You can tell.
And after that last run, we'll see if they keep it on the ground on third. Quick pass on the fly motion. And he gets it to the 45-yard line, and that'll be a first down. The Nittany Lions in the hurry-up. Wide receiver now comes in motion. They'll throw it on first down. Unleashes one. Off the deflection, missed a great chance to force the turnover. Instead, it'll be second down.
I think the quarterback's got to do a better job with his eyes, guys. He's already been picked off twice in this game, and that one got swatted away. He's telegraphing where he's throwing the football, and it's making life really hard on him.
The incomplete pass leaves him with second down. He's looking to throw. He's got him this time. He's run out of bounds, but a big play on that one, and it'll be a first down.
This receiver is such a weapon, and he has so much speed, and he can generate explosive plays for your offense, not just running go routes and post routes, but how about throwing him the drag, letting him catch it, and use his speed to turn it upfield.
Comes out throwing on first down. He's got his man. And he goes out of bounds after coming up with positive yardage there. We've reached the end of the period, and Michigan has the lead. Let's take a quick look at the national rankings to see how this playoff race is shaping up. One quarter to go, and might we have the makings of a classic fourth quarter finish. Second down now as they're ready to go back to work. He's looking to throw. Excellent coverage and good use of the hands to knock it away.
You know, as an offense, when you're trying to complete these tunnel screens, you're going to have to be able to negotiate some of these defenders near the line of scrimmage. They're all looking to swat it away. Good job by the defense there.
This third down play more than manageable from the 24. Can the defense stand tall? Back to the air one more time. He finds his man. And the defense makes the immediate tackle, but he has enough for the first down. Man down on the play as the officials take a break to let him be checked out. And the Nittany Lions will snap it on 1st and 10. They're in the red zone, and they'll pass it. Tip ball, put it up for grabs, and I thought he had it, but somehow it slithered through his fingers.
I love the job here by the linebacker. He just kind of floats, and he's shuffling, and he's waiting to see which way the quarterback's going to go with the football. Not able to snag it out of the air, but, hey, batting it away, it's a big-time play.
Here comes the offense on second down. After the incompletion, they go back up top. And he really needed to hold on to that one, but it was knocked loose, and third down is coming.
This defense has a lot of speed, especially in the secondary, and you saw that speed. That defender got to that receiver so quick, and because of the hit, incomplete pass.
This drive was clicking along, but after a couple of misfires, threatening to stall out on 3rd and 10. From the gun, wants to pass. Unloads to the right. He's got it. He's run out of bounds after the big gain, and they are in business, 1st and goal.
You got to be impressed by what you just saw from this offense. They're already in the red zone, right? The coach is telling the quarterback, be smart, don't do anything crazy with the football. We can't turn it over. We're already in field goal range, and he's like, no, man, I got my matchup one-on-one. I know where I'm going, and not just that. I'm not just going to get the first. I'm going to set you up now on the goal line. Let's roll.
Listen, the offensive coordinator's best friend in the red zone is the running game. Make guys commit near the line of scrimmage so I can throw behind. This defense is good, but I'm going to challenge them. I'm going to try to be the more physical team. I love the play call. I think you keep running the football and stay physical.
Fires to the end zone. Had it in his hands for the score and let it fall to the turf. It'll be third down.
Well, I love the coverage on defense. In the red zone, everyone's got their eyes on the quarterback, and they're flying to the football, and you saw that there on the incompletion.
4-2 Spider.
Quarterback flips it ahead quickly to the receiver. Several defenders there to get him on the ground.
And these little touch passes, man, they're just the easiest completions ever for quarterbacks. Palmer, I bet you would have loved being able to just flip it forward. That counts as to your completion percentage, which is good. And then it's all run after the catch, so pretty easy for a QB.
You wouldn't have been the only All-American in this booth, David, if I were allowed to have push passes when I was playing quarterback. I'll tell you that. It is
Touchdown, Nittany Lions! And they made it to the house when they found that 6 points waiting on them.
How about that? His second receiving touchdown of the ball game. Find ways to get your athletes the ball. They'll do the rest. That's number 2. We better start playing some better defense, and number 3 is coming soon.
He'll bring it back from inside his 5. Good job by the coverage unit to stop the return man. Guys, here come those maize and blue wing helmets on offense. What a turn that last drive was. Didn't pick up the 4th down, and it led to the scoring drive, David.
And those are frustrating because you think you might get points, and then your defense gives up points. This has got to be a complementary football type deal. The offense now needs to provide a little spark and give this defense some hope.
no doubt, David. They got to turn the page, and they've got to play with a little bit more urgency here, knowing they've got to get that one back and put a good drive together.
Going to the running game. Makes a man miss. Dragged down to the turf, but not before getting the first down. And the Wolverines headed quickly to the line. They'll give it to him again. He's dropped behind the line of scrimmage. That'll be a loss of 3. Last play was a near disaster. Now dealing with 2nd and 13. He's looking to throw. They'll run the screen. Not a whole lot of room there on that screen pass as it just never developed. Big third down as the crowd gets behind this defense. From the gun, wants to pass. Got his man in the middle. And sure, tackling there to keep him from getting to the first down marker. The Wolverines will bring the punt team onto the field. Remember, they took the last punt back for a touchdown. Pulls it in at the 25. Everybody stays in their lanes well enough, and they stop him at the 31-yard line. Penn State sends the offense back onto the field. Man, what a drive last time for the touchdown. That passing attack was lethal, David.
And you know, you hear all these stupid commentators like me and Jesse talking about create balance, run and pass. No, when you throw that good, spin the ball around.
So the defense has to find a way to affect the quarterback on this drive, because last drive he had way too much time to throw.
I know exactly what I have to do here. Defensively, we got to get the stop. So we're playing run. We're selling out to run because we're thinking they're going to run the football, and we got 3 timeouts. Let's use them wisely. Look, let's use those timeouts, save as much clock as we can so our offense has some time on the clock to do some damage when they get the football back.
Fires to the big fella. There to make the tackle, but the big throw is good enough to give them a first down. Looks as if we have an injury on that last play, and we'll take a break to check him out. Offense lines up for a 1st and 10 from the 43.
Get set, get set.
He's going to pass. Got it set up on the outside. They finally get him stopped, but what a good job by that front wall to set up the screen and create some lanes for their running back.
You know what's interesting? At this point of the game, with the lead in the fourth quarter, the defense is expecting them to run the ball. And because they're putting so many guys close to the line of scrimmage, they're taking advantage, throwing it 2 straight completions now back-to-back.
They'll keep it on the ground. They want this clock to move. Really nice stop there from this senior leader.
This offense thinks that they have enough left in the tank here to run the football and run all the time off the clock. They got the lead late. Didn't get the first down on that last one, but it's not going to surprise anybody if they turn around and hand it off again here.
Got 3 on first down. It's 2nd and 7. Quarterback checking off. He's looking for a man on 2nd down. And he's got it for the touchdown, and that one just might do it. They'll try to tack on an extra point here deep in the game. And he splits the uprights and pushes the lead to 8 here in the 4th. And for a quick update, let's go to Kevin Connors in the studio.
Dynamite matchup this week, fellas. Let's show you what's going down. Wake Forest is currently trailing in this one, but it feels like the tide may be turning. This program has picked itself up before, and it's capable of it again today. It's just a field goal game. They're trailing by 3 to Florida Atlantic. We'll circle back if anything big happens you should know about.
Oh, and how about that? I know Kevin and those guys will be keeping an eye on it for us.
Hey, listen, it's hard for an offense. When you're trailing late in the game, you've got to throw to get back in. The defense already knows it anyway. On top of that, you've got this weather that you have to deal with. These conditions are not conducive to playing pitch and catch. This is a big uphill battle for this offense.
Man, this late in the game, it's go time. I got to have a score. I'm not worried about downs. I'm going through my 2-minute script. We know what's coming. We practiced this all week. In 2nd down, incomplete pass, go to 3rd down. We need to go for it on 4th down. This offense just has to keep that high energy up and try to run these plays fast.
On 3rd and long, trying to have a big completion here. Pass on the way. It's picked off. He would have loved to make the big return there, but he still gives his team the ball at the 37.
That might be the nail in the coffin, fellas. This offense, they're trying to get back in the game. You're having to be aggressive. You're now going to have to start taking chances. An errant throw ends up in the hands of the defense, and I think that's all she wrote.
They'll run it. And this one will be stopped for no gain. Quick timeout called by the defense, stopping the clock to save as much time as possible for their offense. Got stuffed on first down. It's 2nd and 10. Wide receiver shows motion. Give to the running back.
Yeah, and not a surprise by this offense, right? This is a game management type situation. I want to run the football. I want to run the clock. The clock is my friend with the lead late in the 4th quarter, inside of a minute. I'm going to keep this ground game going and make you have to look at that clock continue to tick.
A 3rd and long coming up here. From the gun, wants to pass. Now he's going to glide away from pressure. Zings it complete to the right. Defense uses a timeout quickly, trying to get that ball back and preserve time for their offense.
This is one of those unique situations in a game as a head coach. You're trying to feel the momentum, and what's your confidence in your quarterback? Because you've got 4th, you're in field goal range, but you've got the weapons to get one more completion and ice this thing. So do you kick the field goal or do you go for it?
The
Clock will stop with this timeout from the offense. They'll get a chance to regroup on the sideline. Linebackers moving, trying to confuse the quarterback. They'll keep the offense on the field on fourth down already with a one-possession lead. He'll try to throw and pick up the first down. Fires toward the end zone. And it's caught for a touchdown, and that might do it.
And, you know, late in the games, offenses sometimes get conservative when they got the lead and they got the ball. I love this offense. They were aggressive. They got another score added to the lead. Now you're trying to salt this game away.
And he did get that extra point through, no problem with the frozen tundra beneath him. On the move from inside his 5. He was looking for some running room, but not much to be found as he stopped at the 18. Michigan ready to get that offense rolling again. One of the most valuable things a quarterback can have, David, short-term memory. Just forget that last pick.
You're dang right. Clear the mechanism. It's over, move it behind you. Some players can't do that real well, and it leads to more mistakes, Jesse. You got to just forget about it and move on.
And I think the coaching staff can help him too, David. I think you can get the running game going here and also give him some easy throws.
Good timing on the quick out. They'll hurry to the line with the clock still running. Got to get everybody to the line and spike it to stop the clock. It's third down from their own 34 as they try to keep the drive moving. From the gun, wants to pass. Caught. And he was knocked down immediately short of the line to gain. They'll have to make a decision here. On fourth down, he'll try to toss it. Coming after him. And they got him. A sack denies the try to convert on fourth down.
After being stopped there on fourth down, this game's pretty much over. They were going to have to go down in a 2-minute situation, put at least 7 up on the board. They couldn't get it done. Things just haven't gone their way. It's been that type of day today. They're going to leave the stadium with the loss.
They're going to throw it to start the drive. Just a short pass to the tight end. And that corner came in hot despite knowing that he was giving up some size. Timeout is called with just a single second left.
Timeout, Penn State.
After this, it'll be a wrap. Quarterback making adjustments with his receivers. Looking to throw on second down. Unloads to the wideout. And this will be incomplete as the game comes to a close. Winning those individual 6-second battles every play, time after time after time after time, and that leads to a victory here.
And I love when teams go out and play like it's sudden death. Like if they lose the game, their entire season is over. This game wasn't for the national championship, but you wouldn't know that watching this winning team, David. Tremendous effort and tremendous execution.
I love competitive people. I love competitive coaches. I love competitive teams that they know that their job is to go out and get a W no matter where you play. You want to play in the parking lot? We'll go meet you. Great job by this team being ready, getting the W.
That's going to do it for us from here. For Jesse Palmer, David Pollack, I'm Reese Davis, and this has been another presentation of EA Sports College Football.